Hey guys. Yesterday I thought it was an easy day, and I think because I thought I was handling my stress and anxiety well, I didn't actually handle it well. I don't think I realized that I was avoiding addressing it until it addressed me. I ended up getting a migraine, which I don't usually have. And it ended up making me throw up twice, which I don't think that's ever happened before. I've definitely gotten nausea from stress and anxiety and stuff like that, like when it's really extremely bad, but not ever to the point of actually like vomiting. I have stuff in my eye, which makes sense because looks like I actually have stuff on my eyes. I did not wash my face last night. I just kind of went right to bed as soon as I felt better, and I did, almost right after going to the bathroom. I'm trying not to like rub my eye. I'm just trying to like wiggle it a little bit without touching it. But yeah, almost right after I felt better. My headache subsided a lot. But I wanted to walk through the process of me trying to figure out what caused that with you guys, because even though maybe I won't know, there's a process that I tend to go through, and I tried going through it last night, trust me. I did, but it was so overwhelming, it almost swallowed me up and took over, and I was able to sort of prevent it from becoming worse, which is awesome, gold stars all around, but I wasn't able to actually help it go away, and I didn't spend a lot of time last night after throwing up. Sorry if that, like, you don't like to hear that word. But I just kind of went straight to bed, and I actually was able to fall asleep pretty fast. So, I guess I just kind of wanted to walk through it a little bit without taking a lot of time, which we'll see how that goes. But anyway, it's already been 4 minutes and haven't been doing that. So, let's see. I have 2 things coming up this week. This is how I usually start it. I have 2 things coming up this week that are stressing me out, that have been stressing me out, because I view them as big things. They are things that I have chosen to do, that I want to do, that I am looking forward to doing, but they are also really hefty in my perception of them. I know, and I have known that, if other people had these 2 things going on, they'd probably be like, okay, cool, what else am I doing this week? But to me, they are huge and really big deals. I care a lot about them. I care a lot about the lasting effects. The stakes are very high with them in my book. And, usually a lot of things are that I have going on in my life, or else I probably wouldn't be doing them. But unfortunately, I think because of my PTSD and everything that I've gone through, everything seems to feel life or death automatically, especially the closer and closer things get to actually occurring. And I know that about myself. That's something that I've had to learn. And I think that, well, I know it's hard for me to combat that and to see outside of that, if that makes sense. And I think that that's kind of what happened with these two things this week. And because I didn't have anything going on last week, because it was sort of like a vacation, it was Thanksgiving, I just wanted that focus of last week to be about recovery and rejuvenation. And it was, but at the same time, it was also about these things pegging me or pinging me rather, because I wanted to make sure that I was prepared for them and didn't just enter into this week with a sort of like, oh gosh, these two things are this week. Oh, so like last weekend was very much about sort of in the background preparing for this week, which usually tends to be kind of a negative. It's better if I just deal with it head on. But I think because, again, I was so focused on like making it vacation-y and relaxing, I didn't realize that I was not addressing things that were worrying me or causing me added stress and pressure. I think yesterday I tried to take a very slow approach into it. Instead of just jumping into this week, I tried to just have a very calm approach where I addressed both of those things yesterday. Oh, sorry, what they are. Making the video for this week about raising your holiday spirits, which is a big deal, and I know it's a big deal for a lot of you guys, so I want to do it right. And so, of course, the pressure. And also I was supposed to be on a podcast this week, which actually this morning was shifted to 2 weeks from now. But it was a podcast that I was going to be interviewed on about PTSD and this channel and everything. So I was excited about those things. I chose to do those things. That's a big thing to know. I'm not enslaved to them. I am choosing to do them. I'm excited about them. I want to do them. And they carry with them so much weight in my mind. And for me to get out of that can be very difficult. But yeah, so yesterday I tried to sort of prepare for both of those things in a very calm way so I didn't just like jump in. And it was difficult for me to do that because I just wanted to like race right into it, which tends to be very draining. So it's always kind of like a tightrope for me when I'm in sort of high stakes situations. And I think because I was more focused on having a calm day yesterday instead of actually addressing the stress without realizing it, I think by the time last night came, it just all came to a head, literally in my head. And I just had a splitting headache that turned into a migraine that turned into me getting sick. And I think the frustration actually now I'm figuring out even more. The frustration of me getting the headache actually caused it to get worse. And I knew that at the time a little bit. I knew that me being frustrated with it wasn't helping the situation. So I was trying to not feel frustrated, but the splitting headache was so overwhelming. And I think without realizing it, I was trying to rush through having the headache. So it was like, okay, I'm done having this headache. I just want to get back to living as usual. And so I was doing the stress hacks and I was doing all of the things that I know tend to help, even though I don't tend to have this happen a lot. But in high stress situations, I was doing all the things I figured would help. And like I said a few minutes ago, I think it helped it not get worse. But I think that pressure, that rushed feeling that I wasn't as aware of because of all the other hoopla going on, actually did cause it to get worse. And to the point of getting sick. It prevented the headache from getting worse and my panic from getting worse. But I think that physical connection between mind and body showed up. And we haven't talked about that yet, but I'm definitely going to be doing some videos about that because it's really affected my life. But I've gotten a lot of control over it. And so I think this is one reason that it's just so surprising, is that this actually occurred last night. But what it tells me is that it's a huge thing that I need to focus on. I don't want to, but if this is what my stress and worry and anxiety and panic can come to, or is beginning to come to, that needs to become a number one focus for me. I need to address it. I don't want to, but I cannot live this way. I cannot allow this to occur. So what steps do I need to take to not have this happen again, or to walk through it better next time? So what I'm going to be doing, what I always do, is I'm going to be writing down, journaling it out, what led up to yesterday, which I think I'll discover even more when I do that. What led up to it, what things worked, what some things may not have worked, why it got to the point of becoming sick. Because there's different routes that our reactions can take. Why did it come to this? I don't think it's ever come to this before. Is it because the added stress of the pandemic? Is it because of the holidays? Is there something that I'm missing? And taking that with me moving forward. So instead of jumping right into the rest of this week with, okay, well, that's over with, I feel better, I don't have a headache. Instead going, okay, I'm going to continue to live. I'm going to try to, gosh, my nail polish is bad. I'm going to try and live differently than how I did yesterday, because yesterday apparently didn't work for me. I'm going to adjust. I'm still going to be very mindful and take an approach that is comforting to me, but where I still feel successful, etc. And just try and navigate a different way, because whether we have PTSD or not, that's life. We have to constantly adjust and modify in ways that work for us and learn from previous stuff so that it doesn't happen again. And it's exhausting, it's tiring, it's frustrating, angering, saddening, you name it, depressing, whatever. But I think it is also a little bit exciting because there are answers. And once we understand ourselves better and understand what we're going through better, it gives us the answers for next time. And the time after that, and the time after that. So, I actually feel better. I feel better right now. There's more work to do, but I think I'm ready to start the day. It's the morning, so I didn't sleep very well, so I slept in a little bit. But anyway, I hope that this helped you. If this is something that you go through also, feel free to comment below and let me know. Let me know stuff that does help you. If you get migraines that cause nausea, what helps you. If you have questions or answers or anything like that, feel free to comment below or reach out privately as usual. So I hope you guys have a great week, a great day. I'm going to have a great day and I'm going to have a great week, darn it. So I will see you guys next time. So bye. Sending you all positivity and hugs. Bye.